Welcome to Game On, your favorite preview show where you and I get to chat about the DStv Premiership. And of course, I'm not alone. I'm joined by Shane MacGregor. Shane, how are you doing?
Oh, good, and you? Thanks. Good to be here with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us yet again on Game On. I want to talk about the international break. Your thoughts about the games that we saw Bafana play, specifically that one in Rwanda.
Well, I'm glad it's over. I love my club football, but anyway, yeah. Look, you know, people are talking a lot about the field. It was the same for both teams. Rwanda have played on it before. They didn't expect it to rain. And once the field dried out in the second half, Bafana started playing a little bit better, playing their football. But no excuses, you know. You should be adjusting as a professional footballer. You adjust to the conditions, you adjust to everything. Rwanda adjusted the best. First goal in forever, 2 goals, first win in forever. So, yeah, good luck to them. But for me, South Africa need to learn a lesson from this, and a big lesson, and just move forward from there.
Would you say you're a little bit concerned about the qualifiers going forward, given the form that you saw from Bafana, looking at both games, both Benin and Rwanda?
You know, I'm not worried about it because there's a lot of football still to be played. There's games still to be played. My only worry is Nigeria can only improve from where they've been, and they're going to be the big worry for me. You know, we should get through it. The group we're in, we should get through it. If not get through it, end up second.
Most certainly. Let's shift our focus now to the DStv Premiership. We saw that the international break does bring some interesting things in terms of coaches moving from one club to another. We have to chat about Letlono Siema moving from Polokwane City and joining Sekhukhune United. Your thoughts about that specific move? Because to me, it was a little bit of a surprise because he's actually moving to a club that's a lot lower than the team that he left.
Big surprise to me because he's done very well at Polokwane. I'm not too sure what the setup is there like. You know, Sekhukhune are a decent team and we showed last season. I think he looks at the bigger picture and he's got a lot more going for him going to Sekhukhune than going to Polokwane. And no disregard to Polokwane. He's a very good coach and I think he'll get the best out of those players. And I think that's what they need is someone to come in and just change it up a little bit. Bit of a surprise, but you know, good luck to him.
You were a coach, and I want to approach your mindset heading into the first game. His first game is not just in the PSL. He's actually playing CAF football, you know, against Bergen. How tough will that be for a new coach heading over to Morocco and looking to actually impress the club and the fans?
Very tough, but thank goodness it's an away game. And when I say it like that, it's because you're not expected to get a result straight away. So thank goodness for him it's a away game, not in front of his own fans. Always difficult that, nothing for him to lose. You know, he's going to learn a lot from the players, from everything else. Look, it's not that he doesn't know the players. He's obviously studied them when he's at Polokwane. So it's a good start, a nice start for him. If they win, even better. You know, if he comes away with any kind of a result, it's going to be a win for him. Just mustn't get beaten badly, and that's the big thing. 2-3-0 is not going to be good for him. But it's a good way to start for him.
A team that has been struggling, a team that has also now acquired a new coach, Cape Town Spurs. They've brought in a man that we know all too well in terms of South African football. Ernest Middendorp is back in South African football. Your reaction to the news that came earlier this week?
I can't understand why they're doing that. I know why Middendorf has gone there, but I can't understand why Cape Town Spurs have done it, to be very honest with you. If you look at his track record, especially the last few years, I mean, he went to Ethiopia, lasted one game, left. He was at Swallows, things started going wrong, he left. He just got up and left. Is that the kind of coach you want in there? For him, he's going into a team that are struggling. So he's got nothing to lose. You know, he could be the big hero and save them from relegation, or he could be the villain again and get a couple of results against him. Will he stick it out? I'm not too sure. I do understand in a way why Spurs have done it. They need to bring someone with experience in. But for me, you know, this whole merry-go-round of coaches that go from one club to another, it's that time that changed and we brought in new blood. I wouldn't have gone that route. Honestly, I would not have gone that route at all. But at the end of the day, you know, let's see. Maybe he can change it around. As I said, he's got nothing to lose. They rock bottom. It can only go one way, and that's up, not down, you know. So good luck to him. He's going to need it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the statement that he's going to need it because they've won a single game from 11 matches.
It was a big game as well, though.
Exactly. And what do you say to players that don't have that belief anymore? Because if you've lost 10 games so far this season, it's almost like you feel as though you've already been defeated before you face the opponent.
No, you know what, all you got to do is you got to turn around and say, look at who you beat, look how you beat them. Got to take that into every single game now. You can't be playing certain games and not the so-called smaller games. When you're playing against a team like Pirates, Chiefs, Sundowns, you've got to be playing like that every week. Ernest will get them games early on because he's very much like that. But players tend to work him out at a later stage, you know, and they become relaxed again. And that's my big worry. You know, for the first 3-4 weeks, he gets on everyone's back and he gets them playing and he gets them working for him, but can he sustain it? That's going to be the big problem.
Talk about sustaining momentum. Kaizer Chiefs, a team that I know that is close to your heart. They'll be playing another Soweto derby this coming week. In terms of momentum, they don't have it at all. They were beaten by Pirates. What do they do differently heading into this Soweto derby against Morocco Swallows?
Well, the break came at a good time for them because of obviously what happened. They've had time to work. Kevin's had more time to work with the players. Let's hope he's used it well. Chiefs have got the players. Don't get me wrong. They've got a quality team. It's just a matter of finding the right blend. And at the moment, they don't have that blend. And that's the big problem. That and not scoring goals. So I hope Kevin's worked on that in the break. I'm sure he has. But, you know, for Solos, it's the other way around because they didn't want to have the break. They were going well, they were doing well. Steve Compella's done very, very well there. And he's got the best out of his players that he's got. He hasn't got the best team in the world. He's got a lot of older players and he's got a couple of youngsters. Very hard to beat. Chiefs have got to get something out of this game. The fans are going to start wondering and moaning and carrying on again. For me, I would have, in this break, if they were going to get a new coach in, that was the ideal opportunity to do it. So, you know, good luck to them. Good luck to Kevin. I hope he does well. But it's going to be a very, very difficult game against a good and improving Solos team. In
terms of the two tacticians, in terms of the coaches, what are you expecting in terms of the tactics? Are you expecting Steve Compella to get the better of Johnson?
Well, Steve always plays mind games, and I think he's going to do exactly the same here. I do think that this could end up in a stalemate. I think a draw's on the cards, but it's going to be an interesting game. My caution is whenever you come back from international break, it's always difficult, especially here in South Africa. The players, I'm not too sure what happens with them, but there's always upsets on the card somewhere along the line. And once again, this weekend is going to happen.
Most certainly. The conversation does continue right here on Game On. Coming up next, we'll be chatting all things English football, looking at Erik ten Hag, a man who is walking on eggshells at the moment. But stay tuned, we'll be having that conversation next.